Back to the daily grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Everybody's holding L's tonight in this fight. Santiago Pozinibbio did defeat Mike Perry via unanimous decision, but he still held a minor L in the post-fight press conference, but I'll get into that after the fight. The biggest L definitely goes to, I would say, Mike Perry, and then the second biggest L goes to all of us if you're a Mike Perry fan. I guess the only people holding a W are people who are rooting for Mike Perry to lose tonight, but either way, all of those people are probably baby back bagel biters, and they can eat a dick as far as I'm concerned. Mike Perry lost the fight via unanimous decision. I also predicted this fight would break my heart, and it did, but hey, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to Mike Perry's next couple of fights. I'm looking forward to all of Mike Perry's future fights. Now, what happened tonight is an elite welterweight, Santiago Pozinibbio, kind of, I don't want to say derailed. Well, I don't want to say Mike Perry had a hype train, but I mean, that's what you can say. He kind of derailed Mike Perry's hype train. I know I'm still going to be a fan of Mike Perry after this fight, but I don't know how many people, there's going to be a lot more haters. That's all I'm saying. So with that being said, Mike Perry lost probably 2 of the rounds, if not all 3 of the rounds tonight at UFC Winnipeg. He fought Santiago Pozinibbio, who moves to 25-3. Santiago Pozinibbio is very experienced. He just beat Gunnar Nelson, knocked him out, I believe, in 80 seconds in his last fight. Now, in that last fight, there were a couple of eye pokes. We all know about that afterward, but tonight there were no eye pokes. One thing that I did like about this performance, I mean, I kind of was already aware of Santiago Pozinibbio's skill, just doing the research on him. The dude is legit. His only barrier, I would say, as far as getting huge opportunities, I mean, he got it tonight, but let's just talk about the post-fight speech for a second. I mean, that's why I said he's holding a little bit of a L here tonight too, because the post-fight speech, instead of letting the translator do his job, he was like, "No, I understand," and then he went on to like speak broken English for, I don't know, a minute straight. Jon Anik wasn't even really able to ask him about the fight. They weren't able to replay the clips of the fight. They weren't able to talk about, this big of a win. He was able to call out the winner of Rafael Dos Anjos and Robbie Lawler, but he also kind of like begged Sean Shelby, like, please. It was a little cringy for me personally. It's like, yo, fighters shouldn't have to fucking. He almost got down on his knees and like begged, like, please give me an opportunity. And this is one of the best welterweights in the world. That was a little bit of a bad look. And also, Jon Anik was like, I wanted to ask him about that third round because it was a very entertaining fight. If you did miss the fight, it was entertaining. It was kind of what I expected, maybe what some of the other people expected. Essentially, what Mike Perry is he's a very successful MMA boxer. I mean, as far as his wrestling, his jiu-jitsu, I mean, are concerned, his defense, it's not really up there with the elites, but that's fine. Everybody doesn't have to be a fucking champion. Everyone doesn't have to be a top 5 in the world to be an entertaining fighter. Mike Perry could still do great. People are going to tune in. I mean, Mike Perry had Perry chants round 1, round 2, and round 3. Even if he might have lost round 1 and round 2, even though the chants were a little faded in round 3, you still heard Perry. Like, it was a little faded because what was happening, and we still kind of knew Mike Perry was a little faded, and even the chants weren't really going to help him out in this third round just because he looked a little fatigued, and he was going against Santiago Pozinibbio, who was still stiff, landing stiff jabs. Mike Perry did do a lot of damage with the shots he did land. I mean, but he still lost the fight. I definitely agree with the unanimous decision. I would have been surprised if it was a split decision. Mike Perry did have his moments, but it's like whenever Mike Perry have a big moment, Santiago Pozinibbio would capitalize. Like in the third round, Mike Perry looked like dropped Pozinibbio, landed a big right hand, but Santiago Pozinibbio landed his fucking third spinning back fist of the night and dropped Mike Perry on his ass. And then it was like, okay, but we might still be able to score this round for Mike Perry. But then he got taken down like 3 times, and he was kind of too fatigued to really stand up, although he did stand up with like 10 seconds left. It was just a little too late for Mike Perry, our boy. So with that being said, it is what it is. I've said in this video, I believe, looking forward to Mike Perry's next fight. He was unranked coming into this fight. Santiago Pozinibbio, I believe, is ranked in the top 10. So Mike Perry was an underdog coming into this fight, had a tough task. If he would have won this fight, it would have been a great fight for Darren Till. Now I don't so much know about Darren Till fighting an unranked guy that just lost a fight. Darren Till might have to look onwards and upwards to say a Colby Covington or a fucking Kamaru Usman or just one of these ranked welterweights. That's what I would like for Darren Till. And while Mike Perry climbs back up into the rankings, maybe. I mean, who knows? Mike Perry, the book has, I don't want to say has been officially wrote on Mike Perry, but as far as I'm concerned, if you put Mike Perry in there with a guy that's super elite in the division, a guy that can, you know, win a decision, a striker that can win a decision, because we all wanted to see Mike Perry versus a striker. You don't want to see Mike Perry versus a wrestler, someone that's just going to try and take him down repeatedly, because that would probably work. As far as jiu-jitsu, same thing. I mean, you don't want to see a guy, Mike Perry, versus a grappler, because he probably is less skilled in that department. So he was fighting a striker tonight, but it was still a more experienced striker. And Mike Perry, even though he landed some kicks to the body, he's really looking for that overhand. He's really just trying to load up and knock a guy out, a knockout artist. And with not being a knockout artist, I mean, to me, it's like what it would look like if a boxer came over to MMA. You're susceptible to a takedown, except for a boxer might have a little bit better cardio even. Mike Perry is essentially like a fucking the highest level of a street fighter you can have. Like even just watching him fight, it looks like some shit that you would see in a little bit of a street fight. Like his spinning back elbows looked a little bit wild and shit. It's like, yo, you know, that's what a normal person might do in like desperation when they fucking or miss or something. But compared to Santiago Pozinibbio's spinning strikes, which landed and also were a little more accurate. So with that being said, I'm a huge fan of Mike Perry. He's a man of the people. Even though he's lost twice now in his professional career, he did lose to Alan Jouban. Now he lost to Santiago Pozinibbio. He's never been finished. This was his second decision loss. I don't know the perfect style matchup for Mike Perry to win. Honestly, he's gonna have to fight guys in the not ranked in the UFC, or maybe potentially we'll see Mike Perry in fucking Bellator or the LFA. Either way, I'm rocking with Mike Perry wherever he goes. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what the fuck you talking about in the comments. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.